Getting started with the Atlas platform. In this video, we'll walk you through all of the steps to properly set up and configure your brand new Atlas account. So this screen is the email that you would have received as soon as you've made your payment. This email will be sent to the email address associated with your payment. So if you don't see it in your inbox right away, please check your spam or your junk folder. And then if it did land in one of those folders, please mark it as not spam. Once you open the email, there will be a button to get started and set your password. If this doesn't work for you, you can always copy this URL and paste it into your web browser. So I'll go ahead and copy that now. And then I will go ahead and set up a password for my new account. Choose my own. Okay. And click on reset password. Save that, and then click continue to platform. Now you'll log into the Atlas platform and click continue. Enter your business name and then click continue. Enter your full name as well and then click continue. I'll go ahead and click continue without passkeys and accept. Then you'll be presented with this screen, and today we're going to go ahead and set up the voice agents, so we'll click on Get Started with Voice Agents. Now, for the purposes of this quick demonstration, I'm going to walk us through setting up a receptionist for the business. So for that, I'll go ahead and click on Inbound Calling, and I'll click Next Step. Then we have some pre-configured templates. So since we're going to be setting up a receptionist, I'll go ahead and click on Receptionist. Here you can give your campaign a name. So since we're creating a receptionist, we'll go ahead and just name this Receptionist. Then you can put your industry. So anything that you put in the industry field here, this is going to put some guardrails on your campaign so that if anyone calls and asks a question that's completely unrelated to your industry, the AI assistant, the AI agent will politely redirect them to let them know, hey, I'm not sure who's the best baseball player of all time, but I can help you with anything in the voice AI industry, for example. So I'll go ahead and write voice AI. And company name, this is pre-filled from what I entered in the previous screen, but you can go ahead and change that. So anything that you write in the company name or agent name field, these are dynamic variables. So these will be injected into the conversation that the AI agent is having, and you can always pop back over and edit this later. I'll go ahead and name this one Emma because it corresponds with the voice that I'm going to select. You can test out voices by clicking this button here, but I'm going to go ahead and find Emma just because this is the one that we use on our speed to lead lead form from our website, so it'll be familiar to everyone. So
Hi there, I'm Emma. You can use my voice to interact with your customers on your website or the phone.
And then we have some pre-configured agent roles. So by selecting one of these, it adds a bit of a personality to your agent. So I'm going to go ahead and select receptionist since we're setting up a receptionist here. And then you have the option to add background noise as well. So we do recommend adding background noise. It adds a little bit of white noise that we find helps make the conversation sound a little bit more natural. And for that reason, we like to include it at least on our demos here. You can always toggle that off later. So I'll go ahead and select next step. Now, this is the knowledge base section. So you can add files here by clicking on upload file and then selecting something from File Explorer on your computer, or you can drag and drop Word documents or PDFs directly here. And then you can also add website URLs. So for the purpose of our demonstration here today, I'm going to go over to our website and just grab our website URL, copy it, and I'll pop back over here and I'll just paste it in here. So you don't even have to remove the HTTPS or anything like that. You can just paste it in there directly and click add to collection. So this will take anywhere between 3 and 5 seconds. And what's happening in the background here is that we are scraping just that one page of your website and then attaching it as a knowledge base document. So there you go, that one is attached. And then I will go ahead and select next step. Now, your agent is already set up and configured since we used a template. So I'll go ahead and press this Talk to Emma button, and this will initiate a web conversation so that we can have an initial conversation with it. Then we'll get an understanding of what needs to be fine-tuned, and I'll demonstrate how we can edit this a little bit later. So I'll go ahead and press this. Make sure that you have enabled your microphone on your computer. So allow while visiting the site.
Thank you for calling Atlas AI Revenue Engine. This is Emma. How may I assist you today?
Oh, hi, Emma. I'm just wondering what types of services you guys offer.
I'm glad you asked. We offer a range of services designed to enhance revenue growth through AI solutions. What specific areas are you interested in exploring further?
Yeah, just wondering if you guys can help me with anything, related to phone calls.
Absolutely. We have solutions that can optimize and automate phone call processes. Could you tell me more about what you're looking to achieve with phone calls?
Yeah, I have a lead form on my website, and I was wondering if you guys can call the people that submit my lead form as soon as they submit it and qualify them and schedule meetings on my calendar.
We can definitely help with that. What kind of criteria do you use to qualify your leads?
It could be a range of criteria. Actually, we ask that all of our leads spend more than $3,000 per month on paid advertising. So that would be the main one.
Got it. Qualifying leads based on their ad spend sounds like a strong starting point. Would you also want us to ask any additional questions to further refine the qualification process?
Yeah, probably.
Great. We can tailor the questions to suit your needs. Would you like to discuss setting up a meeting to go over the details and get everything aligned?
Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
Wonderful. Which day and time work best for you to have this meeting? We can coordinate with your schedule to ensure it's convenient.
Sure. How about Monday at 2 p.m.?
Monday at 2 p.m. works perfectly. Could you please provide your email address so I can send a confirmation and any necessary details?
Yeah, sure. My email address is support@youratlas.com.
Thank you. Just to confirm, your email address is support@youratlas.com. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Perfect. I'll send a confirmation for the meeting on Monday at 2 p.m. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
No, that's everything. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling Atlas AI Revenue Engine. Have a great day.
Thanks. Goodbye. All right, so that's a quick demonstration of how just out of the box this agent is set up and ready to go. Now I'll demonstrate how you can make some edits to this. So by clicking on this little square right here with the four arrows, that will open up a much larger screen so that you can read the entire script. And then you can go in here and you can place your cursor anywhere you want, and you can, add some words or change some words to make it fit exactly what you want to do. As I mentioned before, there are a couple of variables that are making their way into the script. So that is company name as well as agent name. And as you can see, those are indicated by these double squirrely brackets here, curly brackets. So you can actually add any custom variables into the conversation that you'd like. Just make sure that the word is enclosed within these double curly brackets, and then also in any CSV file or anything like that you want your variable to be injected into the conversation, just have that same word as a header in the column in a CSV file. Or if you're using something like Zapier to launch your calls, then you can add those as key value pairs as well. You can check out some separate videos that we have on dynamic variables, and those will walk you through that process completely. So if you want to make some material changes to this, like say you want the receptionist to ask the person, their first and last name and get their phone number as well, you can just click on this generate button, and then this field opens up and you can write instructions as to how you'd like to modify the script. And then once you've typed in here your instructions as to how you'd like to modify the script, you can just click on this generate button, and then it will rewrite the script according to the modification instructions that you've typed in there. Once it's done generating the new script, you can have a conversation with it right here.
Thank you for calling Atlas AI Revenue Engine. This is Emma. Before we proceed, may I have your first and last name, please?
Yeah, sure. My name is Support.
Thank you, Support. And could I get your phone number in case we need to follow up?
Yeah, sure. My phone number is 332-333-3167.
Thank you for sharing that. Just to confirm, your phone number is 332-333-3167. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Great. Thank you. How may I assist you today?
So I'm going to go ahead and end it there, as I just wanted to demonstrate that feature. If you want to make additional changes, you can always click back on this generate button and then add additional modification criteria here. Press it again. Once you're satisfied with what you've got, you can click save and pop back over here. A couple of fields I just want to walk you through right now. We've got the initial message section. So anything that's written in the initial message section here will be spoken right at the beginning of the conversation. Think of this section a little bit as a recording that will be said no matter what. While the AI is speaking this part of the conversation, the initial message, it cannot be interrupted during that portion. However, as soon as it's done there, the conversation becomes a little more dynamic, and you can interrupt the AI agent. Next, I want to show us the note section. So this note section is a super powerful section. Anything you write in here, think of this as some notes or feedback that you would be giving to your new AI agent that will be modifying its behavior. So say, for example, if you do some test calls and you notice that your AI agent has said some things that you would rather them not say. For example, if they gave away some pricing information, and you would prefer that someone jumps on a call or schedules a meeting before you reveal pricing information, you can put a note in here to that effect. So you can say, if the caller asks about pricing, let them know that they will need to jump on a call with the founder to discuss the plan that's most well suited for their needs. And then from here, you can go ahead again and talk to Emma and test it out.
Thank you for calling Atlas AI Revenue Engine. This is Emma. Before we proceed, may I have your first and last name, please?
Yeah, my name is Atlas Support.
Thank you, Atlas Support. And could I get your phone number in case we need to follow up?
Yeah, sure. My phone number is 332-333-3167.
Could you please? Thank you. Just to confirm, your phone number is 332-333-3167. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Great. Thank you. How may I assist you today?
Yeah, sure. I was just wondering, what is your pricing like? I'm trying to find how much it costs.
Our pricing depends. For detailed pricing information, you'll need to jump on a call with our founder to discuss the plan that's most suited for your needs. Would you like me to help schedule that call?
Not right now. I'll call back. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling Atlas AI Revenue Engine. Have a great day.
All right. So you guys can see how powerful the notes section is here. So just keep that in mind. Anything that you write in here will actually override whatever you've uploaded as a knowledge base. So if you've got, for example, your hours of operation in your knowledge base, and then perhaps like a holiday comes up, or there's one day that your business might have different hours, you can just pop into the notes section here and write some comments about those updated hours, and then that will override what's in your knowledge base, and you can use it as like a temporary thing, right? And pop back in here and change it later. Next thing I want to show you is when you click on these three dots here, that will take you to advanced options. So on an inbound call, you have the option to write a custom end call message. So in this case, you can write something like, thanks for calling Atlas. We hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye. And then the next spot here is idle messages. So we've got some pre-configured messages here that you can just click on to add, like, are you still there? I'm still here if you need anything. And then finally, it seems like you're not available right now. Please give me a call back when you're free. You can also put your cursor in here and type whatever you want as an idle message. So this can be completely customized. So what will happen is if the caller calls in and they remain silent for 7 seconds or longer, we'll start cycling through these idle messages before ultimately it will end the call after 30 seconds of silence. This field here, prompt for call summary. This field, you don't have to write anything in here. If you leave this completely blank, the call summary will summarize the transcript in about 3 to 4 sentences. And however, we did create this field in case you're utilizing the platform for doing a survey or something where you want some kind of like structured output. So whatever you type in here would be a prompt that you would be instructing the AI to do, which would ultimately provide a different output for the call summary. So for example, you were doing the survey and you had like 20 questions that you were asking somebody, and you preferred to see, question, answer in the summary output document. You could go ahead and put a prompt in here. Something that I would recommend if you're going to create a prompt, just pop over to something like Claude, for example. Then you can use Claude to go ahead and help you craft a different prompt. Then it will create a little prompt that you could paste in there, for example. And if you have all of your questions, I would like add those in here, and just to give it as much detail as possible. You may have to come back and forth to refine it a little bit if that's something that you're looking to do. But you can just copy this and then go ahead and paste it in here. For the purpose of our onboarding demonstration today, I'm just going to leave this blank because the 3 to 4 sentence thing is going to be more than sufficient for our needs. So I'm going to go ahead and select next step here. And then that brings us to our integration section. So the next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to add a phone number. So we can click on this and you can search for location, like your city or an area code, and it should pull up some numbers to your local area code. And then you go ahead and select next. As simple as that, you've now added a phone number to your AI agent. Once you've added a phone number, then you can set up custom call forwarding. So we can go ahead and put some things in here like sales department. And if that's associated with a certain person, like Atlas support, go ahead and add their name as well. You could pop in a phone number. So just make sure there's no hyphens or anything like that in between the numbers. And you can also add an extension if you want. If you're from another country, you can go ahead and select your country code from the list here. If you go ahead and select advanced, you can add in this field any custom message that you want that will be spoken at the time that the transfer is being made to the caller. So in this case, we've pre-populated that field with please hold while I transfer you, but you can pop in here and edit that as well. This little toggle switch, this allows you to select whether or not you want to have a warm transfer or a cold transfer. So a warm transfer, what happens there is that the call, once it's transferred to the call recipient, it will summarize the call transcript, everything that's happened so far, and it will say that in a verbal message to the recipient of the call transfer in about 1 sentence. And if you toggle this off, it'll be a cold transfer, so it will just transfer the call right away without providing that summary. So there's some benefits and drawbacks to both. If you select to have the warm transfer, the benefit is the call recipient will get a better understanding of what happened in the prior part of the call with the AI agent before transferring the call. And one of the drawbacks is that the caller will have to wait for the phone to ring a couple more times during that length of time that it takes for the verbal message to be spoken to the recipient of the call transfer. So keep that in mind and prioritize, whatever is most important to you, whether it is you want to transfer the call fast or you want to transfer the call and provide the call recipient a little bit of information about what transpired on the call previously. And so I'm going to go ahead and leave that on for now. And then if you want to add another person or another department, you click on add another transfer, and then you can go ahead and put customer support or anything like that. But for the purposes of our demonstration, I'll just leave it with just the one, and I'll go ahead and hit save. All right, now we've got a phone number, we've got a transfer number set up as well, and we'll go ahead and integrate this with a calendar. So once you're integrating with a calendar, we use cal.com. We have an integration with cal.com, and cal.com allows you to integrate any number of calendars, some of the more popular ones like an Outlook calendar or a Google calendar or an iCloud calendar, things like that. So go ahead and select your time zone, and then click on this link here, and this will redirect you to cal.com. So if you don't have an account, then go ahead and create an account. And then once you go through the steps, it takes about 3 minutes to get through the steps to create an account. Then pop over here and select new. It'll open up to this screen, event types. So you can pop over here and create a new event. And then you can fill all this stuff out and select continue. So once you're in here, you can go ahead and select the location that you want. So whether it's going to be a Zoom meeting or an in-person meeting, you can select any of these fields. And then once you're done, just go ahead and select save. And once you've got that saved, pop over to settings on the left-hand side and select API keys. Select add an API key, and we'll call this Atlas support, and then select never expires, and then click save. Then you'll want to go ahead and copy your API key, and then select done, and head back over to the Atlas platform where you can then paste in your API key. Then select search, and then over on event type, you'll go ahead and select the event that you just created, and then you can modify the title of it if you want. And then when everything looks good, you've got your time zone right, you've got your event type right, your title, how you want it, click on save calendar. And then once you've loaded in a calendar, now you can link this calendar. So you can also update this field here. I recommend updating the calendar owner field to sort of match what it says for the event type. So I'll go ahead and call this onboarding meeting, and I'll select link calendar. All right, now we've got our phone number added, we've set up some call forwarding instructions, and we've added a calendar, and I'll go ahead and select next step. And now you've completed the onboarding process. Once you click that button, it will bring you into the Atlas platform where you see your agent that you have just set up. So once you've set up your first campaign, you're in the campaign section here. And whenever you click on the campaign, you'll notice that it gets highlighted. I'll just zoom out a little bit. And it shows you some additional information along the right-hand side here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and I'll just sort of walk you through what it shows on the right-hand side. So it gives us this button so that we can have another web call with the agent. If you click on the details section here, this will open up the modal for allowing you to change the agent's name, the industry, the voice if you want, and also the company name. And as you scroll down, you can also click on the details section here, which will take you to the integration section, where we also have a couple of more integration options that are available. I'll walk you through those in just 1 second. And then we also have the call records section, campaign specific. So it will jump directly to the call records for that particular campaign. So I'll click on that, and you'll notice we had 3 web calls while we were doing the initial onboarding. And if you click on any of these, it provides the call summary, the call transcript, as well as the call recording.
Thank you for calling Atlas AI Revenue Engine. This is Emma. How may I assist you today?
Oh, hi, Emma. I'm just wondering what types of services you guys offer.
I'm glad you asked. We offer a range of
So go ahead and pause that, but just to let you know,
services
you can
designed
also
to enhance revenue growth through AI solutions. What
speed it
specific
up
areas are you interested in exploring further?
up to 2 times speed. You can click here to download the recording to your computer, and you can also adjust the volume. So there you see the recordings downloaded to my computer. And also when you click this open, it gives you the option to go directly back to that campaign, which brings you right back over here. So to sort of walk you through the rest of those integration options, I will scroll down on this right-hand panel, and I will click on the details section here. So the next one that I'm going to add to this campaign is the ability to send an SMS message during the call. So that's our SMS integration, and I'll go ahead and click on add tool. So we haven't set this up yet, so we'll go ahead and create the tool, and we'll give it a name such as outbound SMS. And if you have your own Twilio account, you can add your SID and auth token, and that way you can send text messages from the same phone number that you're making calls from. Otherwise, you can select Atlas as the provider, and that will send the SMS messages from one of our phone numbers. The reason why it is sending it from one of our phone numbers is because in order to send SMS messages, you have to set up something called A2P registration. And it's a little bit of a process, but you can do that for your own phone number if you create your own Twilio account, and then you'll be able to send SMSs from the same phone number that you're making calls from. So I'll go ahead and click on create tool, and then I'm going to add it to this campaign. So I'll click on next. And essentially there's a trigger and an action. And since this is AI, we're just sort of default here. The trigger is once the caller agrees to receive a text message. And what's the message going to be? It's whatever they asked for. We're going to go ahead and send them a text message of that. So based on the conversation, that's what will determine what is the text message that they're getting. So I'll go ahead and click on save. and that's set up now as well. Now, enrich your calls with external CRM or other data sources. So call enrichment. What this is if for an inbound agent like the receptionist that we're setting up, if you have a person saved as a contact in your CRM, for example, and they call in to your receptionist phone number, whatever information that you have saved in your CRM about that particular contact, the AI agent will know if you set this up. So for example, if we enrich it and the person calls and their name is support, they'll say, it will know their name and it will know their email address if you have that on file. So that makes it super handy if you're trying to schedule appointments with existing customers. Then you don't need to ask them for their email address and things like that because you've already enriched the agent with that information. So I'll go ahead and show you how to set this up with a custom provider. So we've got a few loaded in here that you can click on, and it's super easy to sort of get set up. But I'll go ahead and show you one with a custom provider. We have some additional setup information in our documentation. So the one I'm going to show us how to set up for is a Go High Level CRM. So I'll go ahead and click on this. This will take us to the documentation. And I'll go ahead and click on Go High Level here. So we also have a Pipedrive, and then this is just for a pure custom one, but I'll go ahead and just walk us through the documentation to set up a Go High Level one. And I'll go ahead and copy on this URL, and I'll go back to the platform here, and I'll just paste the URL right in here. And then property to filter by, if you go back to the documentation, it says we're going to filter by the phone number. So I can just pop in here. So phone, we're going to filter by the phone. That's what you need to have in here. And then also back to the documentation, it says we need to set the headers to authorization, and then the value is going to be bearer, and then your API key after that. So this is sort of how it will look for the headers. So we'll pop back over here. We'll click on add headers, paste in that, and then this is the word bearer, BEARER with a capital B, and then a space. And then you'll need to pop into your Go High Level CRM for this, and then grab your API key. And I think we've got some images of where you can get that. So that would be on your business profile section. And then you scroll down until you see API key. And if you don't have one, there will be a little button that says generate. You'll generate it, copy it to your clipboard. And I've got mine saved in a file off screen here. So I'll pop back over here and I'll paste in our API key. And then you're going to want to test it. So in order to test it, go into your CRM and grab a phone number from any contact that you have in your CRM. And then just type the phone number in here. And then click on test request. And then you'll get a response back if it's successful. It'll say request successful, and it will show you the information that was returned as a result. So this is the information that will be enriched in the call. So for example, this one is for our support. I set up a contact in the CRM whose name was Atlas Support, last name Atlas, first name Atlas, last name Support, full name Atlas Support. We've also got the email address in there, the website URL, company name, things of that nature. Any other fields that you set up under the contact section. So say if you have some custom fields, it will also return that data as well. So you can also incorporate anything in there into the conversation. So that's all set up now. So we'll go ahead and click save. And we have successfully set up all of the integrations with this receptionist agent. So once we've got a phone number attached here, we can make phone calls to it. So I could go ahead and demonstrate that with a phone call. But actually what I'm going to go ahead and show us next is how to create another campaign sort of from scratch. So the way we do that is click on new campaign. So go ahead and click on this. And this time let's create an outbound campaign. So let's call this one speed to lead. And you can select your language. For me, it's going to be English, and I'll select next. I'll go ahead and name this Emma again. And as well, the industry will be voice AI. And I'll go ahead and select Emma as the voice way down here. And then this time I'm going to, instead of selecting a template, I'm going to show, just sort of demonstrate creating one from scratch. And for role, I'll go ahead and select sales agent. And I will also add some background noise. So we'll go ahead and select next. And then once you've added knowledge to the platform at all, you don't have to like re-add it to each campaign. Instead, you search for it in the search for knowledge field, and you can just quickly re-add it. So I'll go ahead and just select next here. And now since we selected create from scratch, you can see behind the screen here that it's completely blank. There's no script here whatsoever. So when you click on generate, instead of saying instructions to modify the script, this is instructions to generate the script. So here you just type in, so you just with natural language, talk about what you want to sort of create here. So for me, it's going to be a speed to lead agent. And then, so the more information that you can provide the agent, the more detail that you can type into this box here, the more your agent is going to do exactly what you want it to do. So you can always pop back in and give it additional instructions to modify the script, but we'll go ahead and select generate right now. And as you can see, it's generating the script for us. All right. So now it's done sort of generating a script for us, and we can press talk to Emma right here.
Hi, this is Emma from Atlas AI Revenue Engine. I saw you recently submitted a form on our website. Thanks for reaching out. How's your day going so far?
It's going pretty well. Thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I wanted to follow up quickly and learn more about your business so we can better understand how we might help. Can you tell me a little about your business and what you primarily focus on?
Yeah, for sure. I have a car business, a used car lot, and yeah, I would like to sell cars.
Thanks for sharing that. It sounds like you're doing some great work. How do you currently handle lead follow-up in your business?
Right now, I've got someone that comes in on the weekends and follows up with all of the leads that we got throughout the week.
Got it. Have you thought about how a voice AI agent might help improve that process or make it more efficient?
Yeah, I had some ideas, but maybe you can share some ideas with me.
Many of our clients use voice AI to reach out to leads faster and more consistently, which helps them close more deals. Does that sound like something that might be valuable for you?
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
It sounds like there's definitely some potential for voice AI to make an impact in your lead follow-up process. I'd love to get you set up with our founder to discuss what plan might work best for you and your business. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Great. Let's find a time that works for you. Are you available for a call on, say, Tuesday at 2 p.m. or Thursday at 11 a.m.?
Yeah, Thursday at 11 a.m. sounds good.
Perfect. I'll schedule you for Thursday at 11 a.m. Just to confirm, what time zone are you in?
I'm in Eastern time.
Great. So Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time it is. I'll make sure our founder is ready to discuss the best plan for your business. If you have any questions before then, feel free to reach out. Thanks for your time today.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Goodbye.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Goodbye.
All right, so then after you've gone through a call with it, if there's something you want to change, you can just click on generate here, and then you can enter your instructions to modify that script. So go ahead and just save that. Again, initial message, notes section, you can type anything you want in there. We'll go back to advanced options. So this time, because it's making an outbound call, you have the option to do choose what you want to do once it encounters a voicemail. So you can click on this toggle switch here, and that will end the call once the voicemail is detected. Or if you have this toggled off, you can type whatever you want as a message that it will leave on the person's answering machine. So for example, hey, this is support calling from Atlas AI. Could you give me a call back when you're free? Similarly, you can leave a end call message here. Thanks for calling Atlas. We hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye. And then the idle messages as well. So you go ahead and add those. And once that's done, you'll select close here. And so we've got initial message, the full script. Again, you can click on this to make it larger, enter your instructions to modify it, close this, and we'll go ahead and select next. So we can now add a phone number to this outbound agent. Since we've already got a phone number through the platform, we can select existing phone numbers here, and that same receptionist number will show up here, and we can go ahead and add that to this one. And then for call forwarding, so if you've already created a campaign and you've set up some call forwarding in the past, you can click on import, and that will show you any campaigns that you've already set up. So select whichever one you want to import the call transfer options from, and you can select import and replace. That will save you some time from having to re-enter manually a bunch of different transfer options. And then you can select save. Calendar integration. It's already got our calendar in there that we uploaded in the previous step. So this is the one that we had set up previously, the onboarding meeting, and then we can change the calendar name as well to onboarding meeting, and then link that calendar. Then for enrich calls, right now we would have to go ahead and just enter that information again. So that was phone, that URL, add the headers. This is authorization. This one is, there you go. And then we can again test this, test request, and there we go. It's working. Save. All right, now we've got everything set up. I'll circle back to add the SMS feature, but because we're doing outbound calls, we have the option to set up calling windows. So the standard guardrails we have on the agent is 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And the platform determines the time zone based on the phone number that it's calling. So if you're calling people in different time zones, the platform will take a look at their area code, and then based on what region that particular area code is, it will only call them between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Based on their time zone. That being said, if you want to call folks between, for say example, between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., and then call them again from, say, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can set up call windows like that, and then it will only call between these two different times and not in the middle of the day. Then when you click on advanced here, you have the option to set up flexible rescheduling. So that will allow the agent to call someone back at a time and date that they choose. So say if it calls someone and they say, hey, I'm driving right now, I can't really talk, call me back tomorrow at 2 p.m. It will schedule a call back at that time. Double call. This feature is very powerful. We recommend having this one turned on. So what this one does is that it will call someone twice in a row right away on only on the first call, on the first attempt. So that way, sometimes when people are getting a phone call from someone that a phone number that they don't recognize or something like that, they don't really pick it up. But if they get a call twice in a row from a phone number, they may just pick it up out of curiosity. So we've found that this double call feature dramatically improves connection rates. So we do recommend toggling that one on. And then redial on no response. So you can go ahead and toggle that on, and that opens up additional fields where you can add additional redial attempts. So you can add as many as you would like. Then each redial attempt is after the time, whatever you select here is after the most recent call. So say, for example, the way we have it set up right now, it will call the person, it will call them twice in a row, and then 30 minutes later, it will call them again, and 30 minutes later, it'll call them again. But if you don't want that, you can get rid of that, and you can say, okay, an hour later, it'll call them again, and then say, okay, we've already called this person a few times that day, so we'll say the next call will be a day later, and then a day after that. So what happens if one of these redial attempts falls outside of your calling windows? Well, it will schedule that call and it will hold it in queue until the next available window option. So if that particular time, being 30 minutes later, happened to land, at 12 noon, then it would make that call at 4 p.m. as opposed to 12 noon. So I'm going to go ahead and click the next button here. And then this is how you can add contacts to your outbound call campaign. So you can click on this download a recommended CSV framework, and it blocked it. I'm going to say always allow. I'm going to go ahead and click on that again, and I'll open up the file. And so if you have a bunch of contacts in your CRM and you want to export a list to call them, say if you're going to run a promotion or something like that, Christmas time's coming up and you want to offer all of your existing customers, a 20% off, 20% off promotion. You can pull a list of everyone in your CRM and export it. And then essentially all you need is their first name and their phone number. That's the minimum amount of stuff that you need. And the rest of the stuff in here is just examples of other variables that you can add into the conversation. So say if you have their email address, it might be good to add it that way. If you want to book an appointment, you don't have to ask them for their email address. So anything that's in the header field up here, this is what you would use in your conversation to identify the variable that you're setting up here. So for example, for the email address, and I wanted to dynamically insert that into the conversation, I would add this into the script section wherever I wanted it to inject their email address. Say if you were following up with people that had an appointment at a certain time, and these were calls to make sure that they're going to come to their particular appointment, and you had that value when you exported your list, you could go ahead and create a script that has the variable time in it as well, like that. And then we just also wrote, these are custom variables 1, 2, 3, just to let you know, you can set up whatever variables that you want. You just have to put those double curly brackets around whatever word or words that you're going to use. If you're going to use 2 words like time zone or phone number, just make sure there are no spaces between them. And then yeah, that's how you can insert some custom variables into your calls. So then you can upload your CSV file here, or you can add contacts manually like this. And then also you can launch calls from systems like Zapier or from your Go High Level account automatically as well. So we'll show that probably in a separate video. And I'll go ahead and just select next. So then you can right away have it call someone by putting their phone number in these fields here and starting a request call. So I'll go ahead and I'll just finish and activate this campaign, and I'll demonstrate giving a call to, let's say, call this number here. And you can update this name to say whatever you want, and that will inject it into the conversation as well. So I've got this set up. It's actually a phone number that we'll bring in our CRM. So let's see how that works. So I'll go ahead and answer that.
Hi, this is Emma from Atlas AI Revenue Engine. I saw you recently submitted a form on our website. Thanks for reaching out. How's your day going so far?
It's going pretty well. Thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I wanted to follow up quickly and learn more about your business so we can better understand how we might help. Can you tell me a little about your business and what you primarily focus on?
Yeah, I have a med spa business. So yeah, we just help people, with all of their needs.
Thanks for sharing that. It sounds like you're doing some great work. How do you currently handle lead follow-up in your med spa business?
I've got a couple people at my reception desk that are supposed to do it, but they're pretty busy with customers that just sort of walk in.
Got it. Have you thought about how a voice AI agent might help improve that?
Yeah, well, I'm not really sure. Can you explain to me how that could work? Anyways, we'll go ahead and end that call, pop back over into our dashboard here. And then I just want to show you, again, the call records section. So once you do have a call to a phone number, it'll show up here with the name of the person as well as their phone number. And just to let you know that whenever you're creating a new campaign, this is the AI's like very first moment that after it's been created, right? So think of it a little bit as a baby that needs to first crawl and then walk before it can run. So I always recommend having at least 10 test calls with the AI before getting too critical about it, because you may run into situations where it may just like stop or cut off or end the call. But that's something that's typical while it's just sort of getting its legs up and under it. So I do recommend have at least 10 calls with it before making too many changes. So again, if we do request a call and then we click this, we enter the call, and okay. And so that pretty much wraps up creating a new outbound agent. So once you create a new outbound agent, something that you may want to do is set up a corresponding inbound agent. That way, if someone has a missed call from your agent, you can go ahead and have a corresponding agent with the same phone number, so that when they call back, an agent with the same sort of purpose will answer the phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to toggle off our receptionist agent because it has the same phone number. And for an inbound agent, you can only have one inbound campaign associated with the same phone number. And then what I'm going to do here is I am going to click on clone, and I'm going to clone our speed to lead agent, and I'll call this the inbound. I'll just delete word clone. And then you can change the campaign type from outbound to inbound to voice bubble as well. So I'll go ahead and select inbound. So here it says your campaign will be converted from outbound to inbound. Remember to adjust the script and integrate a phone number to receive calls. So I'll go ahead and click clone. And then now we do need to add the phone number to it. So the one thing that it doesn't clone when we clone a campaign is the phone number. So to do that, a couple ways that you can do it. You can either do it by going directly to integration section here and then click on this and click on select phone. And just like that, it's connected. Oh, and I was going to circle back to adding the SMS tool. So go ahead and add that as well. All right, and it's also included all of the other things like the call forwarding that's already set up. So you can click on edit to see that. And then the calendar that's already set up as well, the onboarding meeting. You can add multiple calendars as well. And then it also cloned our enrichment. So I'll just leave that and click close. And then now this is an inbound agent. So remember to activate it. So now it's active. And if you refresh your screen, then the phone number and everything will show up. And then we can go ahead and we can call this number, this inbound number. So I'll go ahead and call it.
Hi, this is Emma from Atlas AI Revenue Engine. Thanks for calling back. I saw you recently submitted a form on our website and wanted to ask you a few questions about how voice AI may help your business. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, sure. That's okay.
Great, thanks. To start, can you tell me a little about your business and what you primarily focus on?
Yeah, actually, I've got to go, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, I understand. Thanks for your time and have a great day.
All right, so turn that call off. And there you go. So now we've sort of walked through the entire onboarding process. We've set up a receptionist agent. We've set up a speed to lead agent. We've cloned an agent and created a corresponding inbound agent to our outbound lead agent. We've also discussed highlighting a campaign here and accessing all of the various modals quickly from selecting the details section. And then also the call records section, jumping directly to the call records, where we can see call transcripts and call summaries. And also, what else do we take care of here? Oh, all of the integrations with a Go High Level CRM, for example, setting up SMS messages, and I think that pretty much wraps it up. So quickly, I'm just going to walk us through the dashboard. So once you've set up a few different campaigns, when you log into your dashboard the next time, you'll be greeted with this screen here, and it will show you, the various campaigns that you've set up. It will provide you with some KPIs and some stats on the amount of calls and the connection rate and talk time, bookings made, transfers made, things of that nature. The knowledge base, once you add a bunch of things to the knowledge base here, you can create different collections of knowledge. The contact section, so whenever you have some different contacts added, you can click on them and then you can add them to various campaigns from here. You can also click on the details section here and view call transcripts right away just from this section. And then voices. So here you can, click on different voices.
Hi there,
to listen to them.
Hi there, I'm Kelsey.
You can select different languages to isolate things for.
Hello, I'm Maria. You can use my voice
language that you want to aim for. Depending which plan you're on, you can also clone your voice. So I'll walk through that in a separate video as well. And then the campaign section, which is where we spent most of our time today. Voice bubble, I'll walk through this in a separate video as well. Essentially, this is what you can create a little bit of a two-way voice chatbot that will live on your website. So your customers can interact with your website over your phone, over their computer. Call records section. So inbound, outbound, and voice bubble interactions are all here. You can sort them by dates and also longest duration, or you can search by the customer's phone number. Global actions section here. So you could pop over here and add more calendars if you want. This will show the phone numbers that you've got. Say if you don't want this number anymore, you can press this little garbage can and release the phone number. SMS messaging, this is the tool that we've set up already. Integration, so we have a Zapier connector application. We also have one for Make.com and Caragon if you're in the medical industry. We also have an app in the app marketplace on Go High Level. So I'll create separate videos going more into detail for each of these as well. And then you have your account settings here. So in your account settings, you can pop in here and change your company name, change your name. You can also reset your password if you want. You click on this and it'll send you an email so you can reset your password. And this is the voice agents or streaming TV. So if you're also interested in setting up connected TV ads, send us an email, and part of that is contained over here, so you can toggle back and forth between the connected TV side of our platform and also the voice AI side of our platform just by toggling this switch right here. So this, if you're jumping on to set up your connected TV ads, you'll go through this chat initially, which will be a bit of a data dump. It'll be asking you questions about your business to help sort of narrow down your ICP and where all of your ads will be targeted and things of that nature. We'll also create separate videos sort of walking through this process. And so that about concludes the initial onboarding video that we have for you today. And if you have any questions, please email us at support@youratlas.com. Thank you very much and have an excellent day.